Hello guys and gals of the internet, I'm Chaos of YouTube and Twitch TV. Welcome back once again to F1 2020, and we're getting through this classic content pretty quickly because, as I said, the videos are going to be rather short. In this one we're showcasing the 95 Benetton, and we're going to be going around the Canadian Grand Prix circuit, as I believe that was Michael Schumacher's most successful circuit, in which he won a record 7 times. I believe that is a record, and if it is, it's probably one that Lewis Hamilton, much like a lot of Schumacher's records, Hamilton is probably closing on them very quickly. I love this Benetton 95 car. I think it's my favourite of the deluxe edition content. It just looks so visually pleasing, and I haven't driven one of these since Formula 1 on the PlayStation 1, the 1995 season game. That was how long ago I haven't driven one of these. So it's going to be quite the throwback for me, because even though I joined at the sport 2 years later, I still held my copy of F1 95 on the PlayStation, because I used to keep a lot of games back in the day and just keep them there for show. And around that time, F1 95 was one of them. So I kept it just to kind of go back every now and then and probably be Schumacher in this car. So here we are in the most recent Formula 1 game on this model, and I'm probably going to stay quiet for a couple of moments just so you can hear this car, because it's absolutely beautiful, and not just visually. Listen to this. Oh, that is one beautifully sounding car. This car is just perfect. It is absolutely perfect to a T. And here we go on our first practice lap in anger. We're already 3 tenths up on our personal best. But much like the previous 2 cars, unfortunately, this car also has a very unstable back end, as do a lot of cars in the 1990s era on this game. And already you can see me having to correct a little bit of oversteer there on the exit of that corner. Oh my god, it sounds so good. It sounds so good. This was kind of my Formula 1, if you like. I'm not one of these guys that says bring back the V12s and Formula 1 has lost its soul with these engines. I'm not one of those. I'm going to watch the sport almost no matter what. But I do believe that, you know, this was kind of my era. I joined on 2 years after this car, but still, I grew up watching Michael Schumacher and Murray Walker and V12 screaming engines on straights. I grew up watching that stuff. So they'll hold a special place in my heart, but I'll also watch any iteration of F1, and I can't really wait for the new rules to come in 2022. I think they are now, unless they've been frozen until 23, I'm not sure. I can't wait for that era. We should hopefully get a lot more close racing, and maybe the budget cap can actually even spread the field a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. But we finished P4 on that lap, but we dropped to 10th again. So much like the Benetton 94, which actually isn't, that really was a bit weird. I was expecting the Benetton 95 to be better than the 94, but I think the 94, one of the Benettons actually got in front of us. They did. So I'm okay with that, but I really feel we probably could have done better. You know, this car, like I said, it's an absolute beast of a car. Michael Schumacher got 9 wins in this car in the 1995 season, and the team as a whole got 11 wins, with a third of 2 from teammate Johnny Herbert in the British and Italian Grand Prix of 1995. So this was really a beast of a car in 1995. It was pretty much the class of the field that year, and even the almighty Williams couldn't really compete with this car over the course of the season. And it was Benetton's one and only Constructors' Championship, because I don't believe they won it in 94. I think that went to Williams, didn't it? So they actually got the title in 95, and it was their one and only constructors title, because after Schumacher left to join Ferrari in '96, Benetton was never really the same, and I think that really just proves how good Schumacher was, because once he leaves the team, they kind of fall behind, you know. That's just, and Ferrari start getting wins in 1996, not from the word go. They did get 3, but it was 3 more than Benetton got in '96, so it was the having or not having Michael Schumacher effect. We saw 2 different parallels of what Schumacher can do for a team and what will happen when he leaves, and that just really proves how good he was. Coming to the end of this lap, we're going to be P8, and we were P4 in the '94 Benetton, so that's actually 4 places lower than we were in Melbourne, around the circuit that Michael Schumacher was most successful at with 7 wins. So I'm kind of semi-annoyed by that, but let's see what we can do in this race, or at least on the first lap. Lights out and away we go. There is a '94 Benetton in front of us, and we're already going to go side by side with it. We should have the beating of this guy. Surely, yes we do. Round the outside, and he hangs it in on the second part of the first corner, but then Schumacher has the better entry into the second corner, part of the corner, and he is up to P7. Our teammate there is in P4, so that really proves that Benetton 95 has pace, so maybe we can take advantage of this as we go around the outside of the 92 Williams and really wonderfully take 6th place, and then we almost take the 5th from the 96 Williams there, but nothing doing. The door was closing. The 92 Williams is going to go round on the inside, and we are going to hold it, and we are going to keep it on the track as well. Well done by Michael Schumacher to keep it on the track and go into P6. And I really love this car, and I love this track. Canada's actually one of my favourite tracks to drive, as the 96 Williams locks up. And the one thing I am struggling with these classic cars is on the exit of corners. As you saw there, I had a bit of a snap of oversteering and had to correct the car. And one thing you may notice in the first video that I didn't forgot to bring up was that I found that I changed the controls slightly to incorporate to change the camera with the right bumper, and I moved the pit speech thing to the left stick button on the PS4 controller, even though it will come up with Xbox controller. Meanwhile, the 96 Williams is going down the inside of the 95 Benetton, and he's got the beating of him almost, as we close up right on the tail of our teammate and give him a bump. And that is the end of the race, guys. We actually dropped to P8 weirdly. I don't know why that is. It has been a few days since I recorded this, so I really can't remember. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm really surprised we didn't get at least 4th in that race. I'm really surprised. I thought the 95 Benetton would be quite good, especially against the Williams there of 96. So I'm quite surprised and maybe mildly frustrated. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not really doing these races to compete, you know. I'm just showcasing the cars, but I can't lie, I was a little surprised and a little disappointed that we didn't get at least a bit higher up the field in that one. So maybe the AI is improved. Maybe. I mean, like I said, there is quite a discrepancy in speed and power with all these cars. You know, the 98 McLarens always dominate at the front. There are definitely some slower cars like the 91 Jordan. That's probably one of the slowest in this field. But yeah, I am rather disappointed by that. I thought we should have got a little bit more out of that race. We got beaten by a 96 Williams. A 94 Benetton got ahead of us somehow. Yeah, maybe the AI is better. Maybe. But that's it for this race. Like I said, another short video. Next will be the Ferrari of 2000 round Suzuka. You guys know what to do, follow, subscribe and all that good stuff. I will see you for that video. I'm Simon Chaos signing off. Until then, peace out. And as always, guys, stay awesome.